Adam is a first-time caller out of Massachusetts. Adam, welcome to the show. Thanks for calling.
How we doing, Jesse?
All is well, Adam. How are you?
I'm well, sir. Thank you.
Good.
I've been listening to you as of recently, a few months now, and I like what you say. I think I need a little bit of guidance.
Okay. How old are you, Adam?
35.
Okay. Go ahead.
Actually, I do have anger. I was raised by my mother. I was out of the house really young. You got to forgive me. I've never called and spoke on the radio before.
Right on, man. Welcome. And how young were you when you left the house? You left home?
I was 15.
And why did you leave at 15?
Me and my mother had some serious problems.
Yeah.
It got really bad.
Yeah. And where were your father?
I never met my dad.
Amazing.
Over the years, I thought that he had left. That was the story that I was always told.
Yeah.
But as of recently, she said that she never told him that I was even born. So I don't even know if he knows that I exist.
Wow. What an evil woman.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did try to go forgive her. I went and I forgave her, like you said, but I still have the anger, and it's getting bad now. So now I'm starting to think maybe psychologist, and I just know if I go, they're just going to dope me up on medication and send me on my way, and I don't want that.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm trying to do something before that comes to that. But we have a daughter. I have a girl that lives with me, and we do have a daughter together. And I've been with her for a long, long time, not married.
How long?
Long time, since we were 16.
Wow. And why haven't you married her?
I don't know.
How old is your daughter?
Just 10.
Okay. When you went to your mother to forgive her, what did she say?
She started just saying, she was sorry, and that, she thought she did what was best for at the time, but she didn't really have much to say. She almost started to choke up and cry a little bit, but I kind of said it in passing. I tried to do it when I went in. It was a real nerve-wracking thing, and then as I was leaving, I just kind of blurted it out. So, and I didn't want to give her a chance to try to pull me back in, so I just kind of said it. And I don't know. It didn't get rid of the anger, so I don't know if there's something else I should be doing or what. For a little while, it did too, because I noticed things that would bother me that I wouldn't even be able to attempt to control. That they just kind of rolled off me.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But over the weeks, and then now where I am now, it's just kind of back to where it was.
And have you tried to find your father now that you know about him? Have you tried to find him?
I haven't. I worry that what I would feel in that situation, and I don't want to disrupt his life, because that could be I don't know. That's kind of why I'm calling you. I just wanted a little bit of advice.
Okay. Do you want to know your father?
I think so. I think I do. I mean, at least for him to clear the air, I guess, just to let him know, hey, you have a son.
Yes, you should contact him then, Adam. And don't have any expectation at all. You just want him to know that you do exist and that you understand what happened. And then let the chips fall where they may, but you definitely should contact him.
Okay.
Have no expectations so you won't be disappointed.
Okay.
But just let him know you do exist and you're not holding anything against him.
Okay.
All right.
And then the other issue is, again, I slept in old buildings and stuff for the better part of a year when I was 15, just to get by. And I was dating the girl that I'm with now, and her parents eventually let me move in with them, sleeping in separate rooms, downstairs, upstairs type of thing. And so I lived with her through that way, and then I kind of got myself back on track. And by the time I was 21, I bought my house. I got us out of there. We had a house, and now I'm just I think we're growing apart because she doesn't work, and over the years she's become disabled, so now she really can't work. So I don't. But I don't. I don't know. We have different views on where life is going, and I'm worried that she's going to make my daughter like she is, because she's a very lazy, type of laid-back person. I don't mean to be mean to her, but I'm in a tough spot there.
Do you still want to be with her?
I don't know. I love her, but I'm not sure if that's a comfort type of love or if it's just because I've been with her for so long.
Right. Is she older?
Or what?
Oh, you guys the same age, or is she older than you?
She is 1 month older than me.
Oh, okay. And so
a tough one, huh?
yeah, and so you only because a child is involved. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing.
Yeah. Are you close to your
I
daughter?
told myself I am very close because that's something I always wanted to be. I wanted because through this whole time I thought, my dad didn't want any part of me. I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to do everything I can for my kid. I busted ass. I busted butt. I worked hard, but now it's getting harder and harder to keep up that momentum as time goes. And I think it's I don't know. I'm totally confused of what to do. I told myself I would deal with whatever I had to deal with until my daughter was old enough to be out of the house and standing on her own 2 feet, and then I would deal with my issue.
What will you do once your daughter is grown? Would you stay with this woman or would you leave?
I would probably leave.
Oh, so you don't want to be with her then. Does she know you feel this way about her, that you really don't want to be with her?
I think I'm not sure if she knows to that extent, but I do, I say when I come home late at night at 9 o'clock and I'm doing housework or I'm trying to do this and that, she knows I'm aggravated. She knows the stress, but it just, I don't know. Now that she's disabled, she's rheumatoid arthritis, so it's gotten really bad. And now I feel like if I leave her, I feel like that it would be like me leaving her because she's disabled.
And so she won't clean the house or do anything?
It's not even that. It's like I have all the load. It's phone calls, scheduling, doctor's appointments, everything, and I just don't know why she personally just can't do that. Her parents were kind of laid back as well, but she's taken it to another level. I think I'm enabling it.
So when you ask, why don't you make your own doctor appointments? Why don't you go? Why don't you clean? What does she say?
She really doesn't say much. But she just has excuses like, I tried doing this, I tried doing that. But I'm the type of person that, like today, I was on hold with you. I lost service. I called 146 times to get back on the phone. If I have a goal, I kind of just tunnel vision, and I do it. That's kind of what I.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got through. So
me too.
So this woman is able to go to the doctor. She's able to make her own appointment. She doesn't need you to do that for her. Am I right?
Yes.
I want you to stop doing that. Don't make any more appointments, and don't take her if she's able to do it, because you are enabling, as you said, her. She's never going to grow knowing that you would do it for her. And that's a weakness, all right?
Yep, that makes sense.
So don't do that anymore, man. She got to grow up.
And I'm worried, like, now it's gotten to the point where now I am starting, like, I used to be super ambitious and all that, and now I'm starting to, like, feel myself not caring about certain things that I would never not care about before. So I don't want to fall into a trap.
Right on. So that's easy. But let me just tell you this. Do not take her to the doctor. Do not make appointments for her anymore if she's capable of doing it herself. She's sitting back and allowing you to do it, and you're becoming frustrated, and it's making you worse, right? So just let's let her know. Just let her know as of today, I'm not doing it anymore. All right?
Okay.
And don't do it. Number 2 is, since you don't know what to do, whether to stay or to leave, one thing I do recommend is that since you don't know what to do, just stay there so you'll be there for your daughter, but sleep in a separate room. No sex and any of that stuff.
Okay.
Sleep in a separate room so you'll be there for your daughter. And eventually you will see the next step to take. When you don't know what to do, it's best to continue what you're doing until you can see clearly what to do. All right?
Okay.
So
And the anger.
So stay there until your daughter's 18 or whatever, and you can move on. Number 3 is stay out of your head. Stop being frustrated because when you judge yourself like that or your situation, it's just making you worse. You will get to the point where you wouldn't want to go to work or do anything. So you got to
almost to the point I'm at now.
Yeah, so stop judging the situation. Be aware of it, but don't hate it. You're in the situation and you're waking up to it, and if you just be aware, you will find yourself in an amazing condition. Life would be amazing. So just be aware of it, but don't hate it. Do not hate the situation at all.
Okay.
Because you got into this situation in a fallen state. Now you're waking up to it, but don't hate what you see, all right? Don't hate the woman you're with. Don't hate the situation, but be honest with this woman that she needs to start cleaning. She needs to start doing her own medical stuff. And if she doesn't, you're going to send her back home to mama.
Yep.
Just let her know. Don't be angry. Just say, look, if you don't start doing something around here, you don't start taking care of yourself, you're going to have to leave. And just be honest about it, matter of fact, but don't be angry.
See,
and
thank you. And then when
that makes sense?
It does, because when I was younger, it was it was shortly before my daughter was born. I came to her that way. This was before she was really deep into rheumatoid arthritis, and I don't expect a lot of cleaning or anything like that. I'm not that type, but just what she can do, I feel she should do.
Absolutely.
But when I was younger, I did say to that, I was doing everything. It was the same end of the rope that I came to, and I said, you either need to help. I need help around here. I cannot do this on my own.
Yeah.
Or we need some time apart.
Yeah.
And so she ended up going back to live with her mother, and then just a couple weeks later, she started sleeping with one of my friends, and that was something that I didn't know about. So I was still taking care of her, driving her, doing all this, but little did I know I was driving her to go do this stuff.
To sleep with your friend?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she can't be trusted.
No, and I think that's what's leading, and I still have not ever gotten over that. We got back together shortly after, and lo and behold, she got pregnant shortly after we got back together, and it just I was just devastated when it happened. Devastated.
When she got pregnant?
And yeah. And I know the kid's mine. We went through all that. We went through all the problems with that. So it is my daughter. But when it happened, it was like, that was it. Everything just kind of fell right back to where it was.
How did you find out that she was sleeping around with your friend?
One of my friends told me.
Oh.
So I had asked her face to face, and she still denied it. And then we spoke a couple days later, and she admitted it. She did say it was happening. But I had already kind of known it was going on. I was just waiting to see if she would ever say anything.
Did she say she was sorry for that? She would not do it again?
She did. I'm sure she apologized.
And
then her reasoning was that I was this, and I saved this note from this time. She wrote me a note saying that I'm too ambitious. I'm trying to build a trophy life, and I want this, and I'm always working or taking care of the house, and I'm never doing this with her, and that was her reasoning. And I was thinking, well, if she would just, I wouldn't have to do 100% of the stuff if she would do 50% of it. It's like, so then at that point, it kind of ruined. It got inside my head, so I stopped being able to really make decisions. I started thinking that the decisions I was making was wrong, because I went from being a bum on the streets to having a life,
Yeah.
to then being told that the life was that I shouldn't be going for the life that I'm going for. So and it's just a mess.
So how do you feel if you were have to send her back to her parents along with your child? How would you feel about that?
I would miss my daughter a lot because I worry even now that she is going to make my daughter like her. Like my daughter is an energetic, she's full of life and all that. But when I come home, they're both on the cell phones or they're both on the tablets and it's just I don't want my daughter to be like her.
But it sounds like she's already becoming like her.
She is.
And because you're angry, Adam, you're not going to be able to stop it as long as you're angry.
And I am very angry, and it just comes like a switch.
Yeah. Well, you got to drop the anger. Here's what I recommend for now.
Okay.
Do what you want, all right? But here's what I recommend. Send this woman back home to her parents. And she may have to take the daughter, but go see your daughter, take care of your daughter. But you got to send her back home because she's not your wife. Too much has happened. No trust is there. So you need to send her back so you can get your life together again.
Okay.
But you may have.
Appreciate all the time.
Yeah, she might not be able to allow you to see your child, and that'll be something you have to deal with because you have done this in the wrong way. And fathers pay the price when they make babies with women that they're not married to. They even suffer now with women they're married to because they married the wrong woman. But
yes, sir.
But send her back home to her mama. And are you able to take care of the child if she leaves the child behind?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah, I could. I mean, I would have to. It would be a sitter at some points here and there, of course. But financially, yeah.
Oh, well, good. See if she would leave your child there. You're not on medication or anything, right?
No, sir.
No.
Well, no, that's what I'm afraid of. I know if I go to a psychologist or psychiatrist, they're more apt to just pump me full of stuff like that, so I don't care anymore.
Right.
And that's not. I don't want to be that way.
That's right. So listen, send her back home to her mama. Hopefully you can keep the child and you can take care of it. If not, just go visit your daughter. Help with the daughter. But you need to get rid of this woman. And don't feel guilty about it. It's not your fault that she developed whatever she has. It's not your wife. And both of you got into this situation in a fallen state. You need to clean it up so you can get your life back.
Okay.
In the meantime, you need to drop the anger and just be grateful that you can now see and that you got into this situation unable to see what you were getting into, and God will bring you out of it, and it'll be amazing, Adam, but you got to drop the anger.
Okay.
Are you doing my silent prayer?
Silent prayer?
Yeah.
I have not done the silent prayer.
Suffer! Suffer!
So I should do that, and then make it a point to at least talk to my father. You think?
Absolutely. Don't have any expectation because I don't know how he's going to react, not knowing that you even existed. Right? He might be happy to hear from you, or he might not. But just let him know. I just want to let you know I exist, and I don't hold anything against you. And I just found out that I you didn't know I existed. And
I appreciate all the time, Jesse.
And welcome him into your life, all right?
I will.
So listen.
That's why whenever I think about doing it, I think, what happens if he has a wife and kids, and then this starts escalating to them and causes them family problems?
Yeah.
I just, the voices, it's listening to the thoughts type of thing.
Well, because this woman has cheated on you and all this crap, you're not married, and it's just a mess, you can let her go back to her family. And drop the anger, do the silent prayer, speak up, but don't resent. Doubt every thought, Adam, one day at a time, and your life will don't believe this lie that you have not forgiven your mother. It's just another lie from Satan to confuse you, to make you believe a lie so that he can destroy you. Don't believe it, all right?
Okay.
And God is not holding anything against you.
Thank you.
That makes sense?
And that's why when I said it, it was so easy. I could not believe it was actually true.
Yeah.
For the next couple of weeks. It was things rolled off of me, and it was amazing. But then it just slowly started to go back to where it was.
So
I think between me and the wife fighting, or the girl fighting, is the problem.
Yeah. So when you went and forgave your mother, you can feel freedom right away, right?
I did.
So
almost instantly.
Yeah, because God forgave you, and now you need to don't hold anything against this woman. She was wrong for cheating on you, whatever you said. She's wrong for not cleaning. She's wrong but she can't help herself. And so, but send her back to mama. Hopefully you can keep your child. If not, just accept that, and maybe you can see your daughter off and on, and deal with your father, and God will guide you, man. You're doing fine.
Thank you, Jesse.
You feel better?
Yeah, I do. I just needed a little bit of guidance. I didn't know which direction to go. I've never even pictured calling into your show, but I listen all the time, and what you say just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So just let all thoughts go, and accept what is, and start cleaning out one at a time.
I will.
And let me know how it goes, man.
I will, Jesse. Thank you very much. You have a great day.
And start doing the silent prayer video, Adam. You need it.
Okay.
Stay out of your head.
That's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
I get into my thoughts, and then the more I think about them,
the worst thing you
get more and more angry.
Yes, sir. I was telling Joel yesterday, I think, I was like, it's amazing that there is a real reality and there's a fake one. When you're in your head, nothing but trouble, right? When you're out of your head, it's peace. You can deal with it. You still have issues to deal with, but it's not a big deal. But the moment you believe into those thoughts, it becomes trouble for you.
And like you said about you dropped or you misplaced your eyeglasses one time, and you started thinking, oh, maybe the person took them next to you.
Yeah.
Or maybe this happened. That's kind of how it goes when I start thinking about saying something to my girlfriend or anything. It's, well, you're going to leave her. She has disability. You're not a very good person if you're going to not take care of her because she's got a disability. Or where's your kid? Your kid's going to end up without a dad. And
those are all.
It just starts.
You just start to what?
Yep.
Let that go, Adam. It's all lies. Don't ever believe any thoughts about anything.
Okay.
All right? And take it one moment.
I appreciate it, sir.
Take it one moment at a time, one day at a time, and you'll be fine. But do not believe the thoughts about anything at any time, and especially now going through a situation. That's when Satan really deceives you.
Okay.
All right?
As I can see that, because my thoughts aren't something that I would say.
That's right.
Like that.
That's right.
Thank you very much, Jesse. I appreciate the time.
You're welcome, Adam. Let me know how it goes. I wish you well, man.
Thank you. You too.
All right.